I'm sorry. These are the puzzles that I'm good at, okay? You know what? I'm always edging. Hello, everybody. How we all doing? Welcome to stream. Sorry to keep you guys waiting for literally so long. I feel like every time I hit the go live button, I get like pulled into doing something. So we're diving back into Silent Hill 2 Remake. It is the official release day for everyone. I'm super excited until Dawn finally said, hey, if you need support, let us know what's wrong with your game. LOL. The nurses also, I'm just getting out of the hospital because we got out of the hospital last time. The nurses did not beat my ass that much. The mannequins, however, continued to beat my ass. And Flashlift beat my ass. Stop. The mannequins are hard, Flashlift is hard. This is a timed exclusive, so it's gonna be PC and PS5 for the first year of release. Amazing. Okay, I'm sorry. This is what happens when I don't focus. I love how Josh is like, hey, were you getting your ass kicked by the nurses? And I was like, no, they were actually like a walk in the freaking park. And the nurses were like, what did you say to me? I'm also really bummed because my James Sunderland jacket is supposed to be here today, and I was hoping it would get here before stream, but it did not. I love vandalism. That's what I'm hoping. Well, like, I planned out my whole outfit kind of, to be like my James Sunderland outfit. Oh god, get off of me. I don't even know what button I'm supposed to be pressing for QuickTime events. Like, I don't want the QuickTime event thing on. So like every single time I get jumped, I'm just like smashing because I don't know what the is. Yeah, I'm a filthy PC player. The funny thing is when you start up the game, it's like, don't play with mouse and keyboard, like please play with the controller, and I'm like, I would rather die. I see you. What do you think you're doing? Ah, I missed, it's beating my ass and I missed. It's beating my ass and I missed. Oh my gosh, the other one's here beating my ass. Okay. That one ran to trick me. That one was like, oh, you can see me, like, don't ignore little old me, I'm not doing anything. And then it was like, yeah, my friend over here is gonna freaking jump you. Okay, there we go. I was like, I saw some gamer tape. See, I would love to stop picking fights with stuff. I'm just looking for objects, but these characters, they keep coming and beating my ass. In a sense, they are man-made. I don't really know how to answer that question. Live bank account check. Alright, everybody cast your best votes for how much money I have in my bank account. At least $2 is both a good and a generous assumption. I love the use, I'm a slut for the use of the elements in storytelling. So I also was like, ooh, wind. He who is not bold enough to be stared at from across the abyss is not bold enough to stare into it himself. The truth can only be learned by marching forward. Follow the map. A letter in a ring. Get away from me. I'm like having trouble remembering like what we're doing right now. Because that's the... Earl, I'm coming in. That's the only segment that I'm like remembering. I feel like I'm forgetting a What? What the hell? I feel like I'm forgetting like a massive chunk of like the game. Oh, what I was saying before about the boss fights is because whenever we replay the series, although I think I said when we... How did you get in here? When we replay the series, I think I'm going to start playing it on a harder setting, because normally I play them on easy. But, they've gotten too easy, especially the boss fights. Oh, he swung at a bug, not the legs. But one thing that I was... Ooh, I accidentally pushed him out of bounds. I'm too scared. I kind of want to walk out of bounds, but once again, I'm traumatized by until... Do not tell me to dodge. I refuse to dodge. Hey, buddy. You want to say hi to stream? Hey, I got to try my very first pie yesterday. Whenever him or his brother get up on the bed, they need to have, like... Dude. Give me that look. You guys see the look he's giving me? What? Get on the chair. He's also going to doggy, like, a daycare for a few days, and he's gonna be attending 2 birthday parties. He's very excited about that, yes. Are you excited to attend the 2 dog birthday parties? I know. You're gonna have so much fun. You really want to be like Mary. If you really want to see Mary... Oops, I didn't say that. If you really want to see Mary, you should just die. But you might be heading to a different place than Mary. Hold on. I-R-L-A-E-E. I don't think that spells anything, but if y'all want to let me know otherwise, or if it's an anagram. I hit you first, though. I hit you first. I hit you first. I hit you first. Is there a phone call for me? Oh. I didn't know you could go through those. That's a little upsetting.
Hello? Anyone there?
Thank you so much. I cannot figure out how to change that. Or perhaps you are a fool. The truth usually betrays people. You should know the key is in the park at the feet of the praying woman. The wrench will open the gate. The key will open the abyss. So I keep... Let me go onto Twitch and try changing it. I've put in the remake, and it keeps selecting both of them. I don't know if that makes any sense. They're here. No, this is just where we need to go. Okay. I get the world's biggest video game FOMO. If I feel like I went past something... Oh, I want to see you. Oh, you look so cool. Oh, you scream now. Do I get an achievement for killing one of you guys? There's probably 0 achievement for killing one of these. But I love being a problem. That was probably useless, but it felt really good to me. And that is what matters. We have to find the statue of praying woman. Be helpful if I remembered anything. This seems promising. Okay. Love me some toilet goodies. M-E loves S-H-E. Or me love she. Let's just try going... Yeah. Just try going the correct way. I say the correct way as if, like, I know what that means. I wasn't expecting to see you here. This is... new?
Are you feeling better?
This place is different from what I remember. I guess things never really stay the same, do they?
I guess not.
I don't think she's here anymore, James.
Who?
My mama? She doesn't want to see me anymore.
Why would you think that? Anyway, I'm happy to see you.
Happy to see me?
Alive, I mean.
Oh. Yeah. I better get going.
You still don't want me to go with you? If we stick together, we might just make it out of here.
Out of where?
James, the last person you're dead, so.
This town. Silent Hill.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Oh, you didn't happen to see the little girl around here, did you?
8 years old, short black hair.
A little girl?
Yeah, Angela? Are you all right? Angela?
No. Please. You shouldn't be here.
Angela, it's okay.
No, don't touch me!
Angela's scenes are like increasingly uncomfortable, which like is good because that's part of the experience, but like every time I see her, it hurts. My patient buried it here. I knew but did nothing. It made me uneasy to have such a thing here. I wasn't looking for the truth, I was looking for tranquility, but I also saw that thing. Glad but the old society was sealed. No one dares to approach that place. Now I offer you the key. If you still do not wish to stop, James, I pray to the Lord to have mercy. Eternal soul. We're going to the Historical Society. I hope Kemi's there. So far from home. I am wondering what the... I mean, I presume the Polaroids are James' Polaroids, but I cannot make any heads or tails of them. So, I love Silent Hill. Can I ask a stupid infrastructure question? To any infrastructure experts? Are pipes that big? Like, are there pipes that are truly that big underneath the roads? I definitely thought I broke all these windows. No, these are the windows I broke. I was like, is someone in the other world patching up windows? Ooh. Discover the secret of room 106. All seems in order. Oh, I think I just put 2 and 2 together. Is this the room that Heather and Douglas stayed in when they came to Silent Hill? But Douglas's hat is here, which makes me curious because Douglas came to Silent Hill after James went missing, not before. Okay, so that's interesting. That's a little like, what's the timeline? Where are we in? I know that there is a theory going around about different timelines and things like that. But it could just be a reference. It could just be a hat in a room. I don't like that I'm up to 5 syringes. That makes me feel like something's gonna come and kick us. I love that even though the game has like kind of chilled out with combat and enemies after having like a really combat heavy section, I'm still like, I'm in trouble. We're making it there. Looks like we're gonna go do some carjacking. Okay, so are we still gonna get to have the scene? Damn, I don't think we get to have the scene. One time, I have to tell you guys a story. One time I had a dream that I got pulled under one of these, you know, bowling things where they, like, you know, they take the pins. I had a dream that I got pulled under them, and that nightmare haunted me for I don't know how long. I was maybe like 8 when I had that nightmare too, and I was just like, I'm gonna get pulled down. I'm gonna go wherever the bowling pins go, wherever they go, and I'm gonna be stuck there for the rest of my life. I don't think as a child I ever understood that when you go missing, people look for you. I think in my mind, it's just like a child goes missing and everyone just goes, oh, really unfortunate. Too bad there's nothing we can do. I can leave by not leaving. Only leave by not leaving. Alright, Historical Society, here we come. That is a garage shack. Perfect. Alright. Lady of Light, unveiling one of 2 statues commemorating a local folk tale. Shout out to Maria for telling us. Oh, there's a steamboat. Little Baroness. Uh-oh, missing. The new clock.
It's him.
Him. Built coal mine, established around 1850, remained operational until the 1800s. The mine played a key role in the revitalization of science. Remember when they made us take a quiz about this? The hospital was built in response to the Great Plague, following a wave of immigration to the area. Originally, it was a little more than a fact, but has since expanded into a fully fledged medical. I want to know if that's going to be Kaufman so badly. Oh, sorry, that's already open. Among the local legends is that the Lady of Light. The story tells of a woman who is accused and found guilty of witchcraft. As punishment, she was taken to a small island out on the lake, a minuscule stretch of rocky soil, devoid of any food or shelter. There she was to suffer a slow, excruciating death. Her body succumbed to hunger. However, unbeknownst to the rest of the townsfolk, there was a young man among them, eyes as bright and a beautiful summer moon, had vowed undying love for her. She was convicted wrongly, as he believed. He swore that he would never let her suffer such a cruel fate. While waiting for an opportunity to abscond with his beloved, every night he would sneak out and row across the lake, bring her food and something to keep her warm. Every night the woman would stand there on her, holding a lit candle. But then one night, when the sky was exceptionally clear, devoid of even a wisp of a cloud, the young man set out on his nightly escapade. As always, he would look out into the distance, looking for the light in the darkness that would lead him to. On that night, however, the moon shone so bright and vibrant, stronger than any candle could. Seeing the light's reflection in the water, the man was led astray. He rowed and rowed and rowed, following the reflected light, hoping against hope he could reach it. He did not care for his aching arms, breath, utterly mesmerized by the illusionary light. His boat tipped over. The man was so exhausted from rowing, so weakened for his arms, that he was not able to swim ashore. Thus he succumbed to a watery grave. Although left alone, the woman on the island never lost hope. She kept coming out at night, kept lighting the candle. Legend says that those looking for true love can still see the lady's light out on the lake, shining to bring. The story is clearly meant as a metaphor and a cautionary tale. It is to a certain extent rooted in reality, as the area has indeed seen its share of revolution, such that of... we already know. That's interesting. In Maria's story... oh, that's also a reference to Silent Hill 1 and maybe 3. In Maria's story, he gets basically brained out and dies because he's battling the storm to get to her. But the actual story is that he was drawn to illusion. Kind of like how someone else is an illusion. I don't like this noise. It usually means Pyramid Head. I wonder if we can still find the Great Sword. it's interesting that the story is different. I mean, I think that's what it alludes to, is he changes the story to fit, like, what her desires are. Also, I apologize to everybody in advance if I villainized the hell out of Maria unintentionally. Once again, when I first played the original Silent Hill 2, I hated her and thought she was a bad person. Reached the end of the long staircase. I'm trying not to do that again. September 11th. Wonder what bad thing could happen there. I've, like, regressed to being, I don't know. I don't remember how old I was when I played this. I don't think I was 11. I might have played this when I was older. I think I played Silent Hill 2 and 3, like, when I was in high school, maybe. One was I was 11. I don't think I played the other one. I agree. They've definitely made her, like, a lot more likable to the average person. Okay, interesting. Crimson and white for the banquet of the gods. Death by skewering. Okay, so these are where the flesh. What are they called? What are these monsters called? An execution at the prison. Death by skewering or strangling. Chooses death is the prisoner's last taste of freedom. What would you guys choose? I think I'd choose strangling. God. Thinking about how when we were playing the original, it took me forever to remember I was supposed to break down a wall. This is my least favorite water height, and I will tell you. The worst type of, like, waiting water that you ever have to... I hear you. That you ever have to deal with is, like, water that just kisses your genitals. Like, you're not fully submerged, but it keeps, like, jumping up there, and you're like, thank you so much for the follow, my dear. Okay, we have to go in here. Thank God. Oh wait, I can't kill all the bugs. Bring on this puzzle again. I absolutely think they did. I always felt like if they just had the right guidance, they would do a great job. There we go. I thought that there was a save point in there. I'm pretty sad about that. Game on a scale from 1 to 10. It's hard for me to rate it until I really finish it. About a solid 8 for me right now. Unlike Until Dawn Remake, I can... Jeez, look at him go. I can endorse buying it on release. It's been bug-free. I run into no technical issues. That's okay. It's helpful to me that people make the same mistakes as me, because I want us all to feel stupid together.
Ain't no big deal.
Hey, Eddie.
Just put the gun to their head and pow.
Eddie?
Oh, hi, James.
His actor is doing an amazing
What was
job.
that?
I don't know. It just came at me.
Okay. So he attacked you, and you shot him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. He made me do it.
Okay, calm down, Eddie. Any idea why he would do that?
I don't know. He came out of nowhere. Tried sneaking up on me in the dark. I heard footsteps, so I turned back and he was right there.
And you could tell that he wanted to hurt you.
Well, yeah, I mean, the way he looked at me, I just had to do it.
He looked at you? I thought you said he came at you.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it in his eyes.
His eyes.
He kept looking at me, making fun of me. And I told him not to, but he didn't listen.
Eddie, you can't just kill someone because the way they looked at you.
You should see your face, James. I was just joking. The guy was dead when I got here. I got you, didn't I? Well, anyway, I better get going.
Wait. You're gonna go out there alone?
Yeah.
Dang, they made Eddie like 10 times scarier. They basically took out the... I mean, they still do well of like making him, you know, like a loser, or as Laura would say, a gutless fatso. But like they have upped his creep factor so much. They still haven't found him since he had the cabinet key. We should assume one of the prisoners got his hand. Get the spare from the witness checkpoint and secure the rifle before it falls in the wrong hands. Yeah, if you guys are just stopping in, once again, I pre-ordered this game, so I was able to play it 2 days early. And we are about 10 hours into the game. Okay, so the lighting's temporary. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, you're absolutely still gonna beat my tuchus. Reload the gun. There's no way that we're out of bullets. There's no... I ate through my shotgun shells. That doesn't make me happy. Cells to be cleaned up by Tuesday. Make sure you get the cons to do it by then. The previous tenant has been moved to death row. Alright. Let me in! We did not... Ooh. Oh, that scared me. Oh, that got me. That admittedly got me. I feel like I have to pee now. My assumption is that we have to pull all of these? So... Wait, maybe it's all the same. What are we looking for? We haven't tried to go outside. So I guess we'll do that. Pull ye but once on the rope's frayed end. Choose the one justified from among the damned. Seek out their tails, look upon each sin. Let the blind fate. Oh, I love this puzzle. But where are the bodies? Wait. Okay, so if we have no items, then I misused the car jack. Okay, let's go to the chapel. Are you still alive? Okay. I'm gonna really beat this person to death. Alright, they should be dead. Okay, chapel. Never been to a confession like that before. James. I know that this church is really creepy and there's definitely some bad vibes. I was gonna say maybe we don't need to pull out our gun, but I guess we do. Jeez, what's this clip? Water that just kisses your genitals. I actually think I should... Shut up. I actually think I should be the one going to church. Like, if we were to do, like, a bingo... Oh my god, you're still alive? If we were to do, like, a quiz and be like, what was Eli playing when they said the following? I don't know if anybody would be able to guess what I had been playing. I don't even know if I could guess that. Alright, let's go look at what's in the server. Electric chair. Don't want to deal with that. I saw you go up into the rafters. They can do that? I don't like this. A reminder to all guards, effective immediately. It is absolutely mandatory for everyone to familiarize themselves with the revised generator maintenance manual. We all remember what happened last time. There's a spike, though I'm certain many of us very much would want to forget. We will not have another incident. Who let you do that? I don't like it. Enough with the weird spider stuff. More of you come from the ceiling. I'm gonna start screaming. Oh, it's locked. I just thought you were unable to open it because you're weak. Hey, legend. I get that nobody was coming back for that family photo, but he is kind of a freak for putting that in his pocket. The way that I was just talking to myself, I'm back. Thank you guys. Guess what came in the mail? I'm wearing it, so you don't really have to guess. But type your guesses. My James Sunderland jacket is here. Not only is my James Sunderland jacket here, but I got a letter from my dead wife. I can't even read this because it genuinely makes me sad. Alright, look at me. Does this mean that I should buy his jacket too? Am I a green jacket type of gal? I'm so good at puzzles like this. Oh! The girlies are out. Thank you to everybody who stayed and watched the ads. They really help the channel. If you guys ever have tips on things that like would incentivize you to like subscribe or donate or do things like that, even if like you can't at the time, or like Patreon perks you guys would like to see, please let me know. I think I should put like shoulder pads in here. These are definitely made for broad-shouldered men. Note to medical staff. During last night's executioner, the prisoner, who assumed to have been disabled, simply stood up and approached the chair without any assistance. That is a struggle. From now on, take utmost care when reviewing the prisoner's medical history. Guards need to be made aware of how capable the prisoners are in order to avoid any... Well, there are ambulatory wheelchair users, so maybe that's your bad for not knowing that. Potential boyfriends. Okay. I never used a rifle. Ever. Maybe with the remake, I'll use it. Oh! Josh, what I think the lights are for are, I think they're for when those things crawl on the ceiling. You're supposed to turn the lights on to make them fall. Great. The boar? Okay, we're just gonna go straight in the right. I don't completely know. Because it also doesn't seem to be doing anything right now. I'm sorry, did I not? It's an ox. So someone walking around past lights out again, whichever one of you it was. Do I need to remind you that you must never leave your post without prior clearance? Next time I catch you, I'm reporting this to the warden. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky. Oh my gosh, there's 2 of you. I'm so over this. There's 3 of you. I'm so over. Or maybe the lights to draw them out? Okay. Corruption reported. C-140 yelling about C-77 haunting him. Claims bars can't hold him. Administered sedative C-140. June lockup. Performed precautionary search of whatever. No traces found of prisoner leaving cell unsupervised. Recommended further psychiatric evaluation. B and C missing from their cells. Alarm raised. Search in effect. Update bathroom door bar from inside. Efforts to make them open. Efforts made to get them open. We don't hear anything from the other side. Walter Sullivan is out there. Shame you didn't find it. Shouldn't you know this place better than I do? Now it's too late. I'm going for a walk. This is a threatening note. A shiv? Oh, it's a shiv key. I think C4 is where we need to go. I love the design of the new lying figures, especially the standard ones. The obvious straitjacket and then hike. I know! I love that Mashiro Ito is able to do, like, be like, I want my designs to be sexy, like I've always wanted, and here we are. He's coming, I know he is. The bars, the walls, they can't hold him. He'll get in, he'll get in. I still have time. I can make it through. Almost through. Close. I can feel it. He's... God in heaven above. I'm so sorry. Honestly, this is my fault. You were in the stall. You were in the stall. You did not deserve to be curb stomped while you were going to the bathroom. Honestly... I know it's not a part of the Geneva Convention, and if I'm being honest, I don't really know what the Geneva Convention is, but I do think I violated it by doing that to you. So the backtracking, I feel like we're gonna fight something here. Bullets, places to jump, I don't know, I could be wrong. Large part, I'm discovering of why this game is longer. It's definitely because there's a lot of backtracking, which I'm not really complaining about. I'm mildly complaining about, just because backtracking is backtracking. But, you know, if you're wondering, like, how is this game double length? They were like, we're gonna make you walk back and forth for each puzzle like 10,000. Oh no, you're all just getting up off the floor, aren't you? Oh my god, okay. Yeah, they got their latexy outfits, they got their thigh highs. And now they're dead. I need to add more channel point rewards too. I can't come up with anything. I should probably add Truman Stories. Does anybody use channel point redeems anymore? Here we go. Okay, boar time, boar time. Good thing there's a save point right here. We put on a 5-minute timer. Alright. Incident at the infirmary, I can't say that word. Assaulted medical staff attempted to steal medication. Real. Situation under control. Rumors of disease spreading among the prisoners. Reported to administration. Had a coughing fit, reported that. I can't read that. Oh, hey. Don't have to heal if I kill him first. Okay. He locked himself in, took the key. None of the skills got a spare, but I know there is one. Going nuts over the disease. See if the head nurse have it. Think he's safe up there. He'll get what's coming. That's a cool shot. Just like that shot was a cool shot. Can you guys remind me if in Silent Hill 4 the whole prisoner disease thing is also like a plot line? Oh, thank God. My no healing just wore off, so take that, Josh. The whole disease, the whole prison gets sick. And I was just wondering. Oh, I was saved by the bell on that one. I was really saved by the bell on that one. Thank you, God, for smiting Josh and not smiting me. Repeat examination report conclusions. None of the examined show any clinical sign or symptom of a life-threatening illness, contagious or otherwise. Recommended endurance tests were also performed. Results have been submitted directly to the warden as per his specifications. Josh, I would drop dead live on stream. But to be like, I was about to say, I feel like I'm not exploring stuff. New rules of conduct effective immediately. Guards are able to keep their distance from prisoners at all times. Any attempts of approaching the guards by the prisoners are to be met with disciplinary action. Prisoners are to be confined to their cells until further notice. What can I say? I want it all. Oh, it's the wax puzzle, the little wax doll. I'm a glutton for present. You're all going straight to hell. 5 minutes on the timer. Die. Just kidding, I love all of you. I love church. I don't love whatever that is. 666. Correct. I need a draft of that letter so when people ask me how I'm doing, I just do that. You know what? I'm always edging. It's because I remember one day I was visiting my then partner. You know, I was sick. Oh my gosh, I was sick, so I was like in bed, and he worked from home at the time. And I decided to play Catherine because I had just gotten it for like I had just gotten a Switch. That's what it was. I was sick. I had just gotten my first Switch. And, oh god, I can't heal, I just forgot. Well, I just remembered. So I just got a Switch, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, Catherine's on the Switch, and I hadn't played full body before. And so, like, I was in my room playing it, and all that just kept coming over the TV right next to his office was like, edge. He was like, what are you playing in there? I was like, don't worry about it. Because even if I told you what I was playing, it just gets weirder. Oh, thank God, I can heal. The funny thing about also Catherine and also the word edge is, like, I don't think the edging joke, or, like, I don't think that they were thinking of edging upon creation of the game. Alright, I did not properly explore here. We're not getting on a freaking ladder until I know ins and outs of this place. Due to the recent acts of inmate violence, has been for solitary confinement. I love this little diva and his notepad. I definitely remember some of these. I remember the prison level. But no, there's been some things that I've been like, I did not remember this, which is ultra embarrassing because I just played. Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't let them take you, and now you're. And what? What is happening? My favorite thing about critiquing media is that I love Family Guy. And so anytime I'm like, yeah, this insightful thing about the perception of being trans in this piece of media, and then like I watch a show that absolutely just takes the piss out of everything that's ever existed. Yeah. Thanks, Queen. I love critiquing media, but also love consuming the dumbest shit. Literally, there is duality. I'm sorry. These are the puzzles that I'm good at, okay? These are the puzzles that I can do. You know why? Because Nancy Drew games have 2 types of puzzles, maybe 3, and those types of puzzles are 2 of them. I've been playing those since early 2000s, okay? It's been 20 years of puzzles just like that. Reason I have to say, okay. For your grace, I do not plead, for the flames I did set free. Sister shrieked, children cried, no one made it out alive. I think it's number 3. I'm gonna save, though. Trailer scene. Did I get it right? How am I late to this mouth-washing thing? What is this mouth-washing thing? Did I get it right? Someone tell me, because I'm going to reload if I didn't. That was an angle from the trailer, at least. So I started playing it on my Switch and then immediately regretted buying it on my Switch because there's so much to like read and I kept hitting the wrong buttons that I wish I bought it for my computer. But the little bit I played I thought was really cool. The puzzles are reworked. They're in the spirit of the original puzzles. So, like, like, I don't think I've met a puzzle that I didn't understand what was happening with. But they're different. Stop breathing in my... Oh, wait, I just remembered who's in the bottom of the prison. Lumberjack was discovered, cause of death, multiple stab wounds. This is about Angela's dad. Lying, probable cause of death was multiple stab wounds to the neck and the left side of his torso by a sharp-edged weapon. That was signs of struggle in the room. Prepping police to consider homicide, opened up a murder investigation. Furthermore, the fact that the cash in the room was untouched, Mr. Blank had history of violence. Police suspect robbery, a crime of passion. Correct. Gotta prep things. Alright, this is already different. I do like that James doesn't reach up sometimes to open up cabinets. He just wills them.
Please. I'll be good, I promise. Tell him I'll be good, please.
Bye, Lane, I love you.
Angela, it's me.
No. Please. Daddy!
Hey, King. Alright. What, I assume, yeah, I have to hit you on your fleshy bits. Okay. Yeah, he is called Daddy because he sexually and physically abused his daughter. Specifically, his name is Abstract Daddy. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. That's also why, if you look closer at his monster design... Nope. Okay, James is not running, which is harshing my vibe. I forgot I can dodge. Oh, is he dead? Oh, he's in the ceiling. Or he's dead. Oh. Hi, I promise I'm not going to hurt you. I'm trying to kill your dad. Hold on. Oh, I couldn't shimmy through there. Maybe I couldn't shimmy through there at all. That's what I'm gonna tell myself to make myself feel better. Oh. Okay, that was unfair. Oh, shit. Okay. So her dad and her brother are on one side. Her mom on the other side. Sorry, I'm focusing hard on this boss fight. This is, I think I said this, but... Alright, great. Well, that's it for that weapon. Ooh, we did it. Okay, that was tense.
Okay, Angela. It's okay. Calm down.
Don't order me around!
I'm not. I just...
Get his ass.
It's okay. It's over.
Don't even try.
Try what?
Like you don't know. I see what you're doing. It's always the same with you. You're only after one thing.
Angela, please.
You don't have to lie. Go ahead. Say it. Or you could just force me. Like he always did. You disgusting pig. I hate you. I hate you.
Angela. I don't know who you think I am, but I don't want to hurt you. I just want to get my Mary back.
You're Mary. Your own little Mary. At least she was. For a while.
What?
Admit it. You didn't want her around anymore.
No.
You probably found someone else.
No!
I need to find my mama.
I never.
I didn't think they could make Abstract Daddy more grotesque. And they did. So yeah, I think one negative thing, I think a lot of people are gonna be like, well, Angela is just like a man-hater. And I don't think that that's true. Well, one, she would be incredibly valid in like hating after what she went through. But two, I do think that she's seeing a different perception of James. Like maybe it's who James really is, or like we don't know how much Silent Hill is telling people about James. Like we don't know if it's like exposing the fact that he's running around with this woman who looks just like his dead wife, but she's a lot more like alluring and flirtatious and touchy and feely, like things that he wants. They also don't know like if she knows why James is in Silent Hill. Like to us, we see like this really average like guy who's looking for his wife. Is she seeing basically like James's soul, or is she seeing, you know, James is weak to him? So there's like a lot. Ooh, that's a good theory too, Eudora. Eudora says, could it be that he looks like her brother? The way that Mary looks. That would be interesting. I do have like an unpopular... Okay, never mind. Sorry, something's happening, so I'm not going to comment on.
Maria? Maria! I thought that thing killed you. Are you hurt?
Not at all, silly.
But the thing... It stabbed you. There was blood everywhere.
Stabbed me? What do you mean?
It chased us to the elevator and then...
James, what are you talking about?
Just before. Don't you remember?
James? Honey? Did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
You said you took everything. But you forgot that videotape we made. I wonder if it's still there.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
I'm not your Mary.
So you are Maria.
I am. If you want me to be.
All I want from you is an answer.
Doesn't matter who I am. I am here for you, James. See? I'm real. Don't you want to touch me?
I don't know.
Well, if you happen to make up your mind, I'll be waiting.
I'll find some way to... I'll come back, I promise.
Even though I've said that the remake seems to be a little bit ham-fisted because it kind of explains, but like it hasn't sacrificed, like even though it's explaining more things to the player, it hasn't like sacrificed its uncanniness and how uncomfortable things are. That was an incredibly uncomfortable scene, probably even more so than in the original. That is true. Like, I would love to know somebody who's never played Silent Hill. I hate this puzzle. Josh, please tell me the answer. Oh, my controversial opinion that I wanted to say. Without, like, exposing things, I give a certain character in this game, whose names won't be named, a lot of crap for murdering someone. And I don't give Angela the same crap, obviously, because she is, in fact, a victim. I guess to, like, stand by something that I use, like, that I use to solidify my feelings toward things is, like, murder is wrong, no matter what. And, like, I'm definitely a little bit of a hypocrite because I feel like Angela was justified in her father's death and that decision that she made. This is my least favorite quick time event in the game. I do love its little face, though. A lighter wick. Yeah, like there are large differences in like what drove her decision versus what drove the other character's decision. And I also think, like, sadly, even though I don't like how Angela's story ends, I do think she was able to take more accountability in most of it than the other character was. Is this James's desk? That is just a guess. I have no clue. So I have to imagine James had a job. I hate these bitches. You don't like that. This is how fitness influencers act like your fridge looks like if you have an item of processed food in it. Let me through, let me through, let me through. Oh, this is a reference! This is a reference to the other puzzle. Okay, here we go. Damn, what is going on with that? Oh my gosh, I have the hiccups. Not yet. So far, we all haven't lost. No. I have super embarrassing hiccups. I mean, they're not actually embarrassing. They're just like very random. One thing that I'm really pleased with Team Hunger is that every single part of this game I've freaking hated, I still hate. So they kept that consistent. I also think this is one that we keep doing. Do I need to see it connect in multiple parts? Honestly, me neither. Oh wait, there's a locked door. I can't. He did not like that. So you found the face that's bookmarked by 2 icons that look like modified infinity symbols? Those look like modified infinity symbols. Okay, we're supposed to go up. I hear more of those mannequins. Big giant sword can only ever mean one thing. Cloud strike. God. When did your cancer get diagnosed with husband? Is there like a breakable wall I'm missing? I am scared of horses. Horses are like absolute menaces. They're terrifying looking. And like, I don't think equine therapy is real. Everyone's like, I saw a comment about equine therapy because I was watching some video and the horse looked terrifying. Of course, these horses always look terrifying. And someone was like, people just don't understand the majesty of being in such a... Where does this key go? Such a like massive animal's presence. And I was like, I do. Because I have been around a moose. I was in a car with my aunt. I had to stop driving because there was a gigantic moose. And that was genuinely one of the scariest experiences I have ever experienced. They're massive. They are terrifying. They will also kill you. You chill out in an open garden with them. They kick you in the back of the head. You either live with terrible ramifications or you insta-die. It's really the similar fear of just like, wow, there's a lot of stuff out there that's like bigger and scarier and more intense. Bears are fine. Brown bears are not. Actually, I think technically speaking, polar bears are more violent. Brown bears just scare me more because brown bears keep you alive. New area. Why was he just there? Why was he just chilling there? Oh, we found his lair. That's why he was just chilling there. Okay, the problem is he's about to get in here. If I... Oh my god, he's here. Okay, I'm so sorry. Look, I'm gonna be real with you. I did not mean to impede. I did not mean to impede. I did not mean to impede. I'm sorry that I broke into your house. Really, truthfully, fully, entirely. My bad, dude. That was a lot. I don't know if anyone else felt like that was a lot. Always seemed to mistake his little inner sanctum for the hospital. So I forgot that he lives beneath the prison. I didn't really get to inspect his house because he was trying to kill me. But it doesn't seem like you can great sword, at least maybe in the first playthrough. Hey, King. Are you still in here? No. Okay, let's take a quick look at your sanctum. So nice. You have a lot going on here. He was just watching me. Friggin' pervert. I don't know if I would ever get over the fear of jumping into random holes like this, but he's been fine every single time. So I just feel like maybe he'd get a little bit more self-acceptance. Okay, so now... Sorry, I haven't really been seeing a guide for this, but this is my one of my least favorite puzzles in the original game, so I just realized that the game shows you which one you're supposed to be going for, which I believe is this one. Are we being chased by something? I did get scared by Pyramid Head, but I lived. Found his little inner sanctum. It was very cute. Okay. What did I expect? I feel like he was low-key in the right for being upset with me because I broke into his house. It has. They've definitely balanced. They've definitely balanced, like, the horror pretty well without going overboard or, like, wasting scares, I guess. Insane atmosphere, though. I also just really think that this game stands on its own 2 feet as well. Like, not just it's not just a, like, remake, but, like, it's also just a good game. And I think that at the end of the day, that's something that makes, a remake good, is, like, is it a good game? Like, I think that should, like... Oh. Is there a... perhaps a big, beefy man? Oh, they're below us. Okay, no. Do I really have to kill this thing? We might have to kill this thing. I mean, I feel like I could do it. Okay, thank God. This game is definitely fleshy. That's for sure. Oh. Oh, okay. We have got to go through the Flash prison arm. I don't understand how he gets to be Moses parting the damn Red Sea and just strut right out of there. Maria, it took a lot, but I'm here.
Maria?
Oh, you're dead. Forgot about that one. I was saying that I was curious what this was gonna look like. Well, the good news is, you finally get to touch her. You can see the cogs turn.
Mary. What the hell?
Where am I supposed to be taking this? I assume to destroy this door?
Nope.
It's time to be Moses. Put your back into it, buddy. Put your scrawny little back into it. Saw some other guy do this. And now I would like to. I wish I could carry it up this ladder. Goodbye, great sword. Miriam K. Vader. This felon drank one last bottle of ale before he's executed and laid internal rest. There's Walter Sullivan. Ooh. Okay, so Angela has Eddie. And I have a feeling this one's James Sunderland. Get in there, buddy. Jesus just carries across until he comes across a ladder and then he drops it. The weight of the sins of the world wasn't enough for not climbing a ladder. Happens. What happens if we jumped into someone else's grave? Oh,
Leave well enough alone, huh?
we're here. Okay.
You just had to follow me all the way out here. How many times do I have to kill you?
You know, that body looks a lot
Whoa,
like someone.
It's me.
Oh. Hi, James.
Eddie, what are you doing?
Are you ready to meet
What's
God?
it look like I'm doing? You fat, disgusting piece of shit, you make me sick. You gonna cry, fat ass? You gonna run to your mama? Waste of skin, why don't you just kill yourself? Well, maybe he was right. Maybe I am nothing but a fat, disgusting piece of shit. But you know what? It doesn't matter if you're smart, dumb, ugly, pretty. It's all the same once you're dead. And a corpse can't laugh!
Eddie.
What's that? You want to talk down to me some more? Tell me to relax? You're just like the rest of them, James.
No, I don't want...
Shut up! You think I'm stupid. You think I don't see it. But you've been laughing at me all along. Ever since we first met. But you ain't laughing now, are you?
Oh. They've knocked it out of the park with Eddie's performance.
You need help, Eddie.
Don't get all holy on me, James. This town called you too. Yeah, you and me, we're the same. We're not like other people, don't you know that? Well, you're about to find out. Do you know what it does to you, James? When you're hated, picked on, spit on, just because of the way you look?
James probably doesn't know what that's like.
After I killed that dog. But you know what? It was fun. It tried to chew its own guts up. Finally died all curled up in a ball. Then he came after me. I shot him too, right in the leg. He cried more than the dog. And now it's your turn, James.
I legit have a shotgun, dude.
You'll die here, James. You'll squirm and squeal and cry like a little girl. And then you'll just curl up and die.
Oh, damn. Oh, my bullets. My gun's out of bullets. Okay. I don't know what you think you're doing here, buddy. Oh, damn. It's just in, guys. Being shot hurts like a mofo. Ooh, I just got a achievement called James of all trades because I've killed an enemy. Every single weapon. I don't know. Rest in peace, Eddie. I'll miss the actor doing your performance. And I'll miss how creepy you are. But I'm not gonna miss you for a second. Quite honestly, I don't think anyone's gonna miss you. Yep, James. You killed someone. But honestly, what else were you supposed to do?